Welcome, welcome, everybody. I'm so excited to introduce you to Sue Fuller, Susan Fuller. Today, she is a friend and somebody who has published her second children's book with us. She's going to be telling us all about that new book. Hi, Sue.
Hello, Miriam.
How
So great
are
to be here.
you?
It's good. I'm good. It's so great to be here.
Well, congratulations on another wonderful book. Please tell everybody the title of your new book.
This book is called Big Words to Grow With. And
Hmm.
this book is geared towards a little bit older kids, third grade to sixth grade. So 8 to 12 is the age group for this book.
That's perfect. I love that. Can you tell us what the book is about? Tell us a little bit about the book.
This book is also got 7 words that are very important to kids, a lot like my first book, which was big words to for little hearts. So 7 big words to kind of help kids start to grow in maturity and kind of really gain some really great life skills as they get older and those kind of preteen years. So the words in this book are role model,
Hmm.
cooperation, assertiveness, responsibility, empathy, self control, and then sportsmanship.
Nice, very nice. What is it that you hope parents and kids will take away from this book?
My hope is that these 7 words and the definitions and examples will help them to guide and grow as they kind of mix with their peers and all of the things that happen in these kind of important years. The ability to kind of become that amazing human being that we're all, kind of, know that we are and know that we can be. So that is my hope for this book this time.
Excellent. Well, I enjoyed reading the book, and of course, I love the affirmations, the positive words, but I also enjoyed the exercises, and a lot of them I practice myself from my desk, like just here, doing some of the neck stretches, the arm stretches. Why was that important for you to add words and exercises together?
I just working with the kids. I work in an elementary school, and working with the kids, I just feel like it's so important that we all have the a chance in between, learning subjects, having a test or whatever, to stretch our bodies. It helps us be able to learn better, helps us to be able to take a quiz better. We're not made to sit for really long periods of time. So these exercises are for teachers to be able to do in the classroom without a lot of, them getting up from their chairs or whatever, being able to kind of do things. And um, to me, it's like that ability to do some self-care at any age is a really important thing to learn.
I loved it. I mean, I also appreciated and practiced the breath work that was in there. I thought that's really important for children to know how to self-regulate and how to do their own, a little, of course they know how to breathe, but how to breathe intentionally.
Yes, yep.
Yes.
Help them through situations that are happening with their classmates and peers, even within families. I've had families come to me that have used my first book, and that is validating for me as a writer to know that I'm making a difference with families and kids of all ages. So yeah, the breath work, the little mantras to be able to say over and over again. And then this book in particular, because it's for older kids, has a little bit more than just yoga stretches and poses. It actually has some weighted workouts that we've been doing in the classroom. And most families might have a few light weights, that they have, and this gives kids an opportunity to, you know, do something with their bodies that might help them, grow stronger in both mind and body. So that was kind of the goal with that. And the kids that I've been working with in the older grades, they really love that. Like we do
Hmm.
enjoy kind of the weighted workout parts of things.
That's so great. So we talked about your first book. Why don't we show everybody your first book and tell them what that first book is about?
Okay, so first book was Big Words for Little Hearts, pre-K, so 2, 3 years old up to, second grade. And it had 7 big words also in it: gratitude, patience, perseverance. These are all great, important words for young kids. It had very simple breath exercises to help little ones be able to calm down in situations when they're maybe lacking the ability to kind of really express themselves. So we have heart breath, square breath, but this also had all yoga poses in it. And, getting kids to stretch their bodies, to have some balance, those are all important skills as youngsters are learning to walk and everything. So this book was really a lot of fun. And actually my preschool, I was working in a preschool classroom when this book was done. They were very important part of building the exercises that we chose for this one. So big words to grow with. I really tapped into my third, fourth, fifth, and sixth graders, and they're the ones that we kind of collaborated on the words that should be in this book.
Mm.
They were a big part of the exercises that they wanted to see in there. And so I just feel that that's such an important thing to involve them in the process, so that they have an understanding of how long it takes to write a book, what
Mhm.
goes into it, all the research and things that we did. So it was really great last spring is when I was working with these grades to have them be a part of it all coming together. So they're going to be just as excited as I am when I get to bring the actual
Oh,
book to the
so
school.
special, so special. But that also tells us that kids of that age will get so much from the book because I mean, you got your inspiration and feedback from children their age. So I love that you've covered the young age and then a little bit older. And of course, you are in the schools, you are working with the children. Um, Tell us a little bit about, because you're speaking in schools, but you were also this past year, you were telling me that you went in and spoke to the teachers on how to help the children. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was a kind of a dream of mine to take these books and be able to go into a school and obviously work in the classrooms, but to also have the teachers and the paraprofessionals or paraeducators feel confident to be able to do this work with their students, so you don't
Mhm.
have to have a big yoga background or any kind of degree in mindfulness. These are simple exercises that can be done, and you can kind of insert them throughout the day. It doesn't have to be like a big 15 or 20-minute thing. It could just be standing in line and being ready to get somewhere, doing a transition between one thing and another, and just a few different things that the kids would know about and the teachers and paras could use for some breath work or a grounding technique. Those are all tools, and the more tools you
Mhm.
have, the more success you can have with working with the kids and everything.
That's so great. And I think it's so important for you to share that. And of course, I'm going to ask you in the end, where can our viewers go find you to hire you to go into the schools, to speak to the teachers, to speak to the kids, and of course, to find out all the great things that you're doing. But let's talk. Well, first of all, I want to tell everybody today is book launch day. So make sure to go to Amazon and get a copy of Big Words to Grow With, the book that we're launching today. But while you're there, find Sue's other book, and the kids in your lives are going to absolutely love these books. So tell me a little bit about the process now of you publishing your second book. How would you say that the process was different from the first book?
Well, there was more knowledge there than the first time I wrote the book or wrote my first book. And I think so there, in some ways, more confidence,
Mhm.
writing this second book. I knew what to expect. I was fortunate enough to work with the same illustrator, which was really great. Joe Rooks, she really sees my vision and understands what I'm trying to, put into the book. So that's a really great thing. I just think that once you've done your first book, you have less hesitation for writing your next book. And I think
Mhm.
my advice to people would be to just go after your dream. I mean, that's
Mhm.
just, that's something that you went after. It brought us all connected together. I just think that if you have a book in your heart, you need to do it, and
Mm.
to not hesitate. So the process has been great. Working with you and your team, Miriam, has been great. And I think that anybody who wants to make a difference in their own life, writing a book and sharing it with others is definitely the way to go.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And I love that, of course, the first time it's scary, the second time it's a little bit less scary. So, and you have the tools already. So, were there any challenges? We know that it's easier the second time around, but were there any challenges that you want to share? Because in all of our challenges, there are lessons in them. Does anything come to mind with this second book?
I think working with the kids, definitely having them be a part of it can be challenging, because we had a lot of input, a lot of, very passionate, words that kids wanted to, and narrowing it down to just the seven was kind of challenging. For me, I think just being able to put together, even if you're just cutting and pasting and writing like the layout, like the vision you have in your mind, and I think finally sharing that with um the editor that you have on your team, Sharon, that then made it so that she could edit my manuscript, and that it all came together as soon as that happened. So
Right.
I think for me, that was the biggest challenge of this time around, was just the vision and getting that understanding. And yeah,
Mhm.
I'm, it's coming together just the way I had hoped it would. And that's kind of all you want, when you're working with, a team of people. So,
Mhm.
yeah,
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So, how does it feel now for you, Sue, to have a second children's book out in the world?
it feels great. I mean, it's humbling, I'm excited to, see what the future is. Like we talked, about being able to go to a school and have two books that I can do go into any classroom from preschool age all the way up to sixth grade is kind of, after I did the first one, that was my next dream, and now here it
Hmm.
is together. And yeah, I'm excited to be able to connect with many students and teachers and different schools all over.
Mm.
I don't want to be saying that I'm only going to stay local. I really would love to see this book I could say just, across the country, but why not just say the world, Why not?
Perfect. I love that. I love that. Why not share the book and have children benefit from it, right? So, please tell us, where can our viewers find you? Where can they go find information about you visiting their classroom, their schools, or any other great information that you're putting out in the world?
Well, I have a website, susanmfuller.com, so you can always go there. Social media wise, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and just reach out to me through my email. I am definitely putting more into my website with this next book being released, and I hope to. I want to really create little takeaways that teachers can get, to be able to
Good.
help them, be able to use the book more in their classrooms. And so definitely, reach out to me, and I will get back to you, and we can connect.
Excellent, excellent. So go find Sue on her website on social media. But today, remember, go grab a copy of Big Words to Grow With and grab a copy of her first book also. You're going to really enjoy those books. The kids in your lives will enjoy the books. They're really special books. So, and I understand what you were saying, that for you, as soon as you put it all together, it made more sense because every page in these books are either giving you an affirmation, giving your children an affirmation, or they're taking them through some breath work or through some stretches. It's really a unique book that needs to be in every classroom and every household. Sue, I'm so proud of you. Before we go, I want to ask you this. Is there anything else you want to share or anything you wish I would have asked you?
I don't think so. I'm just honored to be a part of, your authors that you've published. I'm just in awe of being able to have done this. I would have never thought that it was possible. So yeah, thank you, Miriam, for
Well,
helping
oh,
me
it's our
go after my dreams.
it is our absolute pleasure. I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad that you've got this new book to share with everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Sue, enjoy your book launch day.
Thank you.